Hi guys. Hey Rachel. This is the first live from the new house. I'm in the bright blue room. Hello. Hi everyone. Hi Pat. Hi Valentina. Hi Paul. Trying to get everything up. Thank you, Rachel. Trying to get everything up and running. Let's see. Can you hear me okay? Is my microphone hooked up? Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Cheryl. It's good. This room is one of the most put together out of all of them. It's a big mess out there, but it's a fun mess. Yes, I'm in a new room. I'm in a new house. It sounds different. Oh, I can fiddle around with the microphone. I don't know if my reception is better here yet. I guess we'll see. So far, so good, but I haven't done anything like try to go live, so we will see. I had to reset everything up again. I messed up. There we go. All right. Sounds good. Nice and clear. That's good. Might sound different because you don't have that many things. Yeah, well, the room definitely is echoey. I don't know if it sounds echoey to you guys, but yeah, there's like nothing in here except boxes and my new desk. I got a standing desk, which I'm very excited about. I'm not standing right now, but I'm sitting up high. Empty area. Well, soon I'll have more stuff in here. Hopefully it's kind of like my own voice sounds annoying in the echo, but hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. All right. Oh, what did I do here? Hold on, I gotta change how this looks on my screen. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking really loud. I'm talking at a normal volume, but it's so echoey. It's kind of strange, but I'll get used to it. How's the weather there? It's very hot today. Nice though. It wasn't hot all day. I got a lot done in the house. We're basically tearing everything off the walls. We've got this crazy paneling that we're ripping up, and you know, it's nice that it's nice outside because we can bring it all out there, and hopefully we'll be painting soon, but it's been a busy day. How's the weather for all you guys? Raining. Oh, it's gonna rain, I guess, for the next 7 days or something here. It's hot. You're gonna go berry picking. Oh, I went berry picking a couple of weeks ago, strawberry picking. Yes, I upload the lives to YouTube, and I think I'm all caught up with that now. Like, I think they're all up there. 85 and sunny. That's great. Hi, Micah. Yeah. Ian's trying to mow the lawn today because he says it's gonna rain tomorrow or something. Next day here. Warm 1 minute, cold the next. Oh, loud thunder. We've been having crazy downpours. Like, almost every day. It's been cloudy, but very nice. So thank you. Thanks to Micah. I almost called you Digital Micah. Yeah, we're working hard on it. It's going to be cute. All right, you want to get started? I guess we left off at the end of August. Is he channeling his inner Edna? Yeah, actually, you know what's kind of funny about that? Oh, yeah, Mark. Hi, Mark. So Mark is the home inspector that we had, and we bonded over TikTok a little bit because he has a great TikTok. And it was pouring rain when we had our home inspection, which was the best situation because you can see if there's any leaks or anything. But I was talking about how just like the weather lately, Mark, has been, we've had a lot of downpours in the afternoons. But yeah, me and Ian, the whole time we were looking for houses, we said that, you know, going to open houses when it was raining, the best situation you can be in because you see the problems. But so far so good. All right. Yeah, this month in the diary is going to be a tough one. Just a heads up for everyone. Because this is when Todd passes away, like later on in the month. So it's kind of been a long period of up and downs for him, but just, you know, I mean, just so everyone's aware. This is the month that everyone's kind of been like waiting for, not in a good way, you know? Get your tissues ready. Okay, so I'll start going. I can't remember if someone had a question that I was half answering, but just remind me if not. Oh, someone asked me if I'm uploading this one. Yes, I will be. I've stopped recording them on my phone because it just takes up so much memory on my phone, and the file sizes are so big it takes forever to upload. So I'm just uploading the versions that TikTok saves, even though they're not, they don't have the comments, which is kind of sad, but it's too much to record on my phone. It takes way too much time to upload. Hi, Allie. Okay, so September 1st. It's weird on the new setup. Okay, Edna and Nellie. It's almost the same. It's just like you guys are in a different spot than you were before. Edna and Nellie painted. Oh, I was painting today. On Edna's house, a good share. Oops, let me figure this out. I'm gonna move myself. Wonder what color they were painting. Lloyd dug some potatoes. We're coming full circle with the potatoes. Yes, today is the day for tissues, Ellie. Unfortunately. I will try to keep it lighthearted. Dug some potatoes in the lot. All right. Todd felt about as usual. In the past couple of readings that we did, it was interesting because Todd, who's obviously been home not able to do anything for a long time, did go back to work. And I think we were all a little surprised by that. I definitely was. I was not expecting him to go back to work, especially because because we have his birth date and his death date. We know when he's going to pass away, so we know that he wasn't going to recover fully from his cerebral hemorrhage. So I was not expecting him to go back to work. But he did. Even I'm not sure. It's unclear if it's like part-time that he's going back. I missed a sentence. I could have. Yes, I did. Wait. Thanks. Oh, I skipped. I read Lloyd and then I skipped down to this Lloyd. Okay, so I missed Lloyd, Roger, and David came out this eve. And Lloyd dug some potatoes. So I also haven't been posting a lot lately because I've been so busy with the house and everything moving in. But in the last live, I was telling you guys that I have been talking to Roger's grandson. So Todd's great grandson, which has been very exciting. I haven't talked to him again since the first time just because I've been so busy, but I'm hoping to maybe set up some kind of Zoom interview with him. We'll see. But it was very cool to hear from him. He told me that his whole family, it's like a tradition in his family to write diaries. Oh, am I frozen? That would suck. Not you. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Yes. Oh, no. You see me okay? Hi, Grandma. I'm good for you. Okay. Let's please not have issues here. Well, soon. We haven't gotten everything in. I will hook up to the actual Ethernet if I have to, and then there won't be any problems, but sorry, feel like I'm yelling because this room is echoing, so I'm talking really low, so let me know if you can't hear me. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going then. Hopefully we don't have any other problems. A nice day. Edna went to CR this afternoon with the Crawls, or maybe Knowles, I don't know. I always say Crawls, I think, and came out Did we figure that one out? I think we figured that out. I think someone had found that family and came home with Nellie in the evening. I actually have something, hopefully it's right behind me. Yes, I have something to show you guys. When I typed CR, I thought of this. So, speaking of, the reason why I was talking to Todd's great-grandson is because the Cedar Rapids Gazette, which is a newspaper that we get lots of info from just for our research too, but they wrote an article about us. So I sent in a story idea in hopes that if they had put something in the newspaper, I could get a hold of someone from Fairfax that might know the family or maybe a descendant. Ooh, there's like a bug on this. Okay. And they wrote an article, and even better, I got to talk to Todd's actual descendants. So this is like the front of it. It starts here, front page. And then I'll show you guys like the inside. I'm going to frame this. I ordered a hard copy. It's on their website too, though. And I have that linked on my website if you guys want to read it, but I can't. I can't see what I'm holding up. That's me. And that's the diary. And that's Edna, the daughter. So very exciting. I'm frozen again. Okay, hold on. Jesus. I can see that people are chatting in here. I'm frozen. Okay, it seems to be an issue for people on their phones. So Valentina, you never had it never froze up. Not frozen now, not for me. Watching it from your computer and it's fine. Okay. Did I ever freeze up though? You've been good 100%. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to keep going. We will just figure it out. Let me just in the diary group tell them. I'm not sure. That seems weird that it would only freeze up on other people's phones. It could be just TikTok. That's what I'm thinking. On my iPad, and you have never froze. Okay. Well, next time I'll definitely be set up on Ian's computer, and he'll be plugged into the actual Ethernet cable. Yes, I can quickly go up. September 1st and 2nd. Okay, so Edna and Nellie painted on Edna's house a good share. Lloyd, Roger, and David came out this evening, and Lloyd dug up some potatoes. And Todd felt about as usual. And then Saturday, September 2nd, a nice day. Edna went to CR this afternoon with the Crawls and came out home with Nellie in the evening. And that's when I was frozen, I think, when I pulled out my newspaper. But there's a newspaper article in the Cedar Rapids Gazette about us and about the diary. And it is the reason why I'm now in contact with Todd's great-grandson. So I was talking about that a little bit. So if you guys want to read that, I have it linked. Oh, before the Crawls, sorry. I don't know. Edna went to CR this afternoon with... Oh, there's no... Yeah, no the before. Okay. Thank you. The story is linked in my bio is what I'm trying to say. That I keep half saying. All right. Sunday, September 3rd. We received a message. Do you want me to zoom into this a little bit, guys? I don't know if that helps. And I can, like, halfway through, I'll scroll back down. I don't know if that seems worse. Saying Aunt Mary died Saturday. I wonder whose aunt. We can look at the family tree after and see if that's Todd's aunt or Edna's aunt. Thank you. A very warm day. Edna sick today, and Todd spent most of the day in bed. Uncle Cora and Norma. Oh, the computer's working. That's good to know. And weird. And that stinks because I feel like most people are on TikTok on their phones. I usually am. The only reason I'm on my computer is just because I'm streaming. All right, Uncle Aura and Norma. Norma Jean came out in the afternoon. Thanks, Emily. Catherine, Clarence, and Levon. Oh, let me move this. Sorry. You're on your phone. It's working perfectly fine. It must be TikTok then. For once, it's not me. Sorry, my seat's wicked squeaky. I'm gonna fix that too, I guess. Levon called a few minutes in the PM. Mr. McGee had, oh my gosh, a stroke today, we heard. Not a great day. Okay. I can look at, I have the family tree up. So let's see. Who is Aunt Mary? My God, my computer sounds like it's about to take off into space. That must be this Aunt Mary Miller. I don't actually have her birth and death date in here, but I wondered, Jen has a family tree that's actually, I think, more filled out than mine, so she probably has that in there. So we can find out more about her. Maybe anyone in the Diary Detectives want to start keeping a list for me? We'll write down Mary, and we'll just, yes, I can keep it as zoomed out as possible, yes, from now on, sorry. Maybe, I don't know, Emily, you want to do that? Or anyone? Oh, Rachel, thank you. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Monday, September 4th. Yeah, she died in 1944. We'll probably be able to find her obituary and everything. Maybe we already have a picture of her. I think we have a picture of Aura, who is Todd's, or Edna's uncle. Yeah. Okay. A nice day, but rather windy. Todd was in bed all day, only while he ate his meals. Edna and I gotta turn off the sound for this. It's distracting. No, next time. Okay, Edna and I went to Bill Dvorak's in the morning. Then Edna started painting on the north end of her house. Okay, thank you. Nellie came out and helped her in the afternoon. Oh, another mention of World War II or something. Russia declared war on Bulgaria. Did Edna Jr. live alone? Yes. Well, so Edna's house, and I'll show you. Edna's house is currently being built. It seems like it's almost finished, like they've almost completed it, and it looks like she's living in it now. But they were building the house in the 1943 diary, and It's on the same property as Todd's house. So once this loads, I can show you. It's really taking its time though. Where is the picture? I have a picture of Todd's here. It is. Okay. So it's still like taking forever to load, but yes, and I will get to that, the suspicions about Edna and Nellie in a second. The screen froze. Let me know when I'm back. So this is Todd's house, and Edna's house is built on the same property, just right across the driveway. Ian's mowing the lawn for the first time. That's funny. He's right out the window. Maybe he'll come in and say hi after. I told him he could. And then, so the mention of we suspect that Nellie and Edna had something going on, that was actually confirmed by Jim, Todd's great-grandson. Well, not confirmed, but it was confirmed that, like, that's a real possibility. But yep, she never married. She lived alone in that house. But it seems like Nellie is pretty much living there. Yeah, I think so too, Allie. It's nice to, like, at the very least, she wasn't forced to live a life that she didn't want to live. Whether that meant, like, you know, she was with Nellie or maybe she just didn't want to get married, you know, like that, either way. All right, Tuesday. No, Nellie didn't marry anyone either. And that's kind of where that first suspicion came from. Nellie is constantly at the house, staying over, basically living there with Edna. And then we also know that Nellie and Edna both worked at the same place for a very long time. They grew up together. They're in a bunch of newspaper articles together as like best friends. They're constantly mentioned in the same places at the same time. And they both never married, never had children. So that was where our suspicion like started. And then after I talked to Jim, I think it's pretty safe to say that that's what was going on. Is Ian mowing the lawn for the first time in honor of Todd? Yeah. No, actually, I meant to say this before when we were talking. Someone said about how, because Edna's been having trouble with her lawnmower. No, we had trouble with our lawnmower. We got a lawnmower, and Lowe's gave us the wrong one, so we had to go back today and tell them that they gave us the wrong one. They had to give us a new one, so we also have our own lawnmower troubles. But they're fixed. It looks like he's doing pretty well out there. He was excited. And then the other thing that was mentioned, so this was not from Jim, this was from someone else who reached out to me because of that article. I had like 5 or 6 people email me with information about the Delaney's, and someone who sent me a message, I forget his name right now, but I could find it. He said that Edna, like he was talking about Edna, and he said, oh yeah, she was one of the, yes. Hold on, Emily. Yeah, that's what... Oh, the brand of my lawnmower, yeah. So he was talking about Edna, and he said she was one of the only people in town that had this electric rotary lawnmower. So that makes sense that it was a big deal, this lawnmower that she keeps talking about. Yeah, and I got to write down the brand of our lawnmower. Our lawnmower is actually an electric one. Or it was a motorized, hers, not electric, but yeah, ours is actually electric. It runs on a battery, so should be interesting. Ian did his research. All right, I'll keep going. A fine day. I know, it is. It's so cool that they told me that without them reading about the lawnmower. Yes, and he also told me what kind of car she drove. And as you can see in the diary, she talks about, or Edna, her mother is talking about how she's fixing her car all the time. So it's very funny that those are the things that came up. A fine day. We went to see R this afternoon. And Edna stayed at that house for the rest of her life until the early 90s. Okay. And she was also a diary writer. So there's a chance, if I'm able to connect with more family members, there's a chance that there are more diaries from this family out there. But no luck so far. But I honestly haven't been working too hard on it because I've been very busy with the house. Like literally up at 6 a.m. Filling holes in the wall, like painting, scrubbing. All right, let's keep going. A fine day. We went to see this afternoon. Todd went in to get a treatment. From Dr. Nybert. We took Ma along. Thank you to everyone who is transcribing in the comments too, because I see it. I just took too long with that one. Mrs. Frank Pollitt's rode home with us. In the evening, Edna and I carried potatoes in the cellar. Okay, I wonder if someone sold these ones though. I wonder, yeah, if someone sold these, you wonder if they sold hers. Yeah, so that was something, I was talking to Jim and he said, he wasn't sure. He has also kind of reached a dead end with his genealogical search. He's like really interested in this stuff, so he was excited to hear about it. But I guess like when they were going through the houses, things got shuffled and those items went to other branches of the family and he's like not sure who has what, so maybe we'll be able to solve that mystery. I don't know, but yeah, it's like not a good sign that these were all sold on eBay because it makes me think maybe the rest of them were too, but we can always try, right? All right, Wednesday, September 6th. The lawnmower just stopped. Let me check on him. Got it started again. He looked frustrated. Okay. Wednesday, September 6th. Quite cool today. I went to John Burish's. You guys are sending a lot of stuff in the detectives. I'll have to go look. To a ladies' aid meeting. Todd took me up and I came home with Mrs. Anderson. So that's the other thing. Todd, hold on, I went up to, thank you. Todd has been driving, which is also surprising to me. Edna mowed yard. How appropriate. Okay, I think I got that one up to John. Yep, okay. Let me look at the Discord while someone just said someone's handsome. Oh, you guys have, okay, yeah. Frank Holitz. We had seen that picture. Yeah, remember that photo? You have Ancestry open. It's way faster than searching. Yeah, it is way faster searching on the computer than your phone. That's why I like it. Fast fingers over here. Awesome. Okay, so we have Mary Miller's Find a Grave website. Oh, I missed up. I went up, but I think I got it now. So this is Mary Miller. And then, we have some other pictures I feel like I haven't grabbed on my ancestry tree, but this is Aura. I always find it very interesting to be able to match these people up with a Find a Grave page or like newspaper articles. That's my favorite part of the whole research project process. Did I mess anything up still, or did I fix it? I went up to John Burish's to a ladies' aid meeting. Todd took me, up. No, I got that one. I think I fixed it. Let me know if I didn't. It's hard to tell sometimes because I think, yeah, thank you. I think you guys get the video feed like 10 seconds after I actually do something on it, which sometimes messes me up. Okay. Oh, the other cool thing that happened with the newspaper article is another person contacted me and said, hey, I have these diaries. They have like 6 diaries that they're not from Todd. When I first read it, my mind, like, I was like, oh my God, but no, they're not from Todd. They're not from the Delaney's, but They are from Iowa, from another family, and he just donated them to us. So he sent them. We have 6 diaries to read through after this, if we don't have any more of the Weatherman story. He passes away on the September 28th, I think. I can check. Yeah, September 28th. All right, a nice day. Edna got up early and took Todd. The lawnmower stopped again. There it is. Took Todd to work as she wanted to take the car to CR to keep an appointment with the dentist. So Todd is still going to work. She got home about 11:30 and went over and got Todd for dinner. Worked at bank in the PM. Edna worked at the Fairfax Savings Bank, and everyone says that she loved working there, and that was like a big part of her life. This is a picture of the bank, and then we also have a picture of her and Nellie working together at the bank. That is not the picture. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is. So this is Edna and Nellie working at the bank together. Just another one of those things that they had in common. Thank you, Patrick, by the way, for sending that. It's harder for me to see them on the computer, but I appreciate it. Okay, Friday, September 8th, 1944. A nice day, but cool. Edna went to a war service club meeting at the bank in the evening. I can't wait to make a nice display for my diaries and my whole collection, like my pictures. And hi, Linda. I'm excited. I don't know if I'll do it. I'll probably make it in this room for now, but our goal is to, there's another like extra bedroom. We're going to make that into like a bookcase, kind of like a study or an office or something. I'll probably have a nice space there for them. All right. Dr. Herman called this afternoon. He said Todd's blood pressure was up some. Oh yeah, I definitely want to make like a little mini museum. The best part about, like, I like finding these things and collecting things, but organizing them is like what I love the most. I used to have a rock collection. I still do, but I used to like actively collect rocks, and I'd love to just arrange them. It's like my favorite thing. So I can't wait to have a nice shelf that's just dedicated to it, and a couple of frames, and I'll like cycle through my collection of pictures. All right, Todd did not feel very well. Edna went to CR in the evening. And when they say CR, they're talking about Cedar Rapids. Nellie came out with her. All right. Okay, this one's a long one. Quite cool today. Lloyd, Francis, and Norman. Oops. Lloyd is Todd's son. Francis is Lloyd's wife, and Norman is one of their sons. So Norman is Todd's grandson. Came out this PM. And Lloyd dug several rows of potatoes. Mary Usher. I think that says Mary Usher. Hello. You guys can let me know if you think that says Usher. Uncle Martin and Beulah. Uncle Martin and Beulah came out to see Ma this afternoon. So I have to go check the family tree and see if they're in it. So who am I looking for? Uncle Martin, Beulah, and Mary Usher. So maybe we could find an Uncle Martin first. Do I even have his siblings in here? I don't think I do. I'm slacking on the family tree. No, I don't. I wonder if it's on Todd's side. Or Edna's side. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Okay, yeah, you're right. They visited Ma, so it's probably on her side. I wonder, it might even be like not just Edna's uncle. It might be like a great uncle or something. Do I have any more from her? Not edit. I don't want to edit her. I want to view her tree. Maybe it's someone from like higher up in the family tree. I don't know. We could figure that out. Maybe we'll add these people to our list. Mary Usher, Uncle Martin, and Beulah. Because I don't think we've seen the name Beulah in the diary. Mary's mother was Anna Miller. Right. Oh, Annie. Oh, okay. I don't have any info on Annie, so yep, that makes sense. Let's see. Guys are sending something in here. Family search. Do we know who Beulah is in here? Is it her daughter? Maybe. Yep. Okay, so her daughter is Mary Beulah. Middle name is Beulah. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's cool. I have a picture of her too. Please, who knows what app or website? Well, this is Family Search. It's a free website for genealogy. I don't really use this much. I'm used to Ancestry. That's what this is. This is Ancestry, and you have to pay for Ancestry, unfortunately. Quite a bit. It's kind of expensive. But I find the searching and the organization of Ancestry easier for me. I think it's just because it's what I'm used to. But you could start with Family Search. This is free. And this is just where like some of the diary detectives, the people in the group, the Patreon group, are sending me links as we're talking. And that's where this is coming from. The new background looks good. Thank you. Yeah, there was a hot debate last time. But I like it too. It's easier on the eyes. It's actually even easier on my eyes on my big screen. So, all right. So now we know who all these people are. We could probably find more info about them though. So they went to see Ma in the afternoon. Nellie came in the afternoon. Edna finished painting the north end of her house today. Started raining this evening. So before we were looking at the picture of Edna's house, so we can look at that again. There's Edna's house. She's painting that right now. Oh, you're welcome. I always try to answer. If I don't answer a question, it's just because I didn't see it. There's Edna's house. What else was I doing? I wanted to show you guys who Ma is. So Ma is Mrs. Gibson. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to get back to you. I see your message. I'm going to get back to you. I do need that now because it's about to end, my Ancestry account. What was I doing? Getting a picture of, Mrs. Gibson. Okay. So this is Edna's mother, and that's who they're talking about when they say Ma. So that's Todd's mother-in-law. And this is also her right here. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's probably covered up by comments, but all right. The houses are still standing. Oh, you had that question, Morgan. Yes, they are. Actually, those pictures are from Google Earth. I just made them black and white because I felt like, for like, you know, the aesthetic of the older diary, I kind of like having the black and white pictures, but also just like privacy reasons. I felt weird like screenshotting straight from Google Earth. So yeah, they're still standing. A lot of the buildings in the diary are still standing, including actually this hotel, which it's now a bar. It's not a hotel. They don't have it running as a hotel anymore, but this is the Star Hotel. It's now the Star Bar in Fairfax, Iowa. And it was actually owned by Mr. and Mrs. Gibson. So that's why I have this picture. This is Mrs. Gibson and so this is Edna's mother and Edna's father. Yeah, it's apparently haunted. So that's pretty crazy. And another rumor that surfaced with this whole article that they wrote in the Cedar Rapids Gazette, they talked to Jim. And another rumor about the Star Hotel is that Lloyd, which is Todd's son, was apparently born there. That's what they say. Yeah, that's funny, Emily. She said earlier she has a room to dedicate to her diaries. Yes, we have a room that's going to be like an office kind of room, and I think that's where I'll put the diary stuff. All right. Damp, rainy day. Maybe you guys can give me some opinions too on what color I should paint this room, because I'm not really about the electric blue. You should see the bedroom though. The bedroom's bright red, like cherry red. So that'll be fun. Millie came up from, is that ELY? I feel like that's also something we figured out. Sorry, I'm like going way back and forth with this. I feel like we all also figured that out. ELY, is that a place? And Edna and her went to CR to do some shopping. Maybe Rely? I don't think so. I think it's a capital E there. Oh yeah, I guess maybe there could be an R there, but I think it's E. Alright. As the stores, yeah, cherry red, electric blue, and the basement is like the color of a melon. Like that kind of orangey, like this color. It's insane. I mean, it's fine, but it's not my style. I mean, I don't want just like gray and white. I like color, but it's something else. To do some shopping as the stores are open this evening. Lloyd and Francis brought tomatoes out Sunday, and I canned them today. Yeah, all in one house. Exactly. So let me go through. The kitchen is green, which I don't mind. We're going to actually keep it green, but do it slightly different green. The living room it's like brown, but they had these unfinished wooden paneling pieces around the whole entire room. Just completely like untreated with anything, so it was like absorbing moisture and smell, so we ripped all that off the wall. They used nails like 4 inches thick. It was so hard to get them off the wall. But then the bedroom, like the main bedroom, is bright deep cherry red, and then the other bedroom is like yellow, bright yellow, and this one's bright blue, and then the basement is orange. And the bathroom is bright blue. So, and yes, I do have time off work because I'm a teacher, so it actually worked out perfectly. Finding the house when we did was perfect because I have the summer. to like do everything I want to do. Yes, I'll show you guys the orange basement. I'll send some more pictures in the Diary Detectives group soon. I'm taking videos too of like the things we're doing. I just want to finish something before I share it. It feels like it's really hard to finish anything right now because when you start one thing, another project opens up, but you can have nightmares about those nails. Yeah, I saved them. Hold on, I have some here. Because I'm in grad school and it's art education, so I'm taking some like studio classes and we have to make art projects with unconventional materials. I'm like, oh, I'm using these giant nails. Look at this. The actual board itself was like that thick, not thick at all. Then you have the wall. Like, it's not like this thing is really heavy and it needs to be anchored into, it does not need a nail as long as my finger. Like, it doesn't. I had a crowbar in the wall and I was pulling with all of my weight and it was still not coming out of the wall and it like destroyed the walls. It's so annoying because the walls are plaster, so it just started like anywhere a nail came out, it just crumbled. We're putting up beadboard anyways, like that's the plan, so we don't have to make it look pretty down, but like it's bad. So I was filling a bunch of holes today just to like structurally keep it from crumbling anymore, but yeah. I enjoy it though. It's frustrating, some of it, like when one thing turns into a million other things, but it is fun to see the progress. Like today, my mom came over and we scrubbed the entire kitchen floor and it looks like a new floor. It's awesome. It was so dirty. Yeah, it's funny to see the size of the nails, but be careful. We're being careful. Thank you, Grandma. Yeah, you saw it too. It's a mess over here, but it's gonna look nice. And I really liked using the crowbar, to be honest. I didn't let Ian do any of it. All right, a rainy day and quite chilly. I wanted to wash, but could not. Edna went down to the public school. Yes, that's Ian's grandma. She's always here. Hi, Jen. It's okay. Edna went down to the public school to a first aid meeting. Or I should say, okay, I could not figure out, to a surgical dressing meeting. Thanks, Emily. Yeah, that seems very out of character, the way that was said in here. Like, we haven't read anything so, I don't know, with so much voice. A surgical dressing meeting. The first meeting held at I don't know what that says. I wonder if that's like FX, like for Fairfax, or H4, maybe a public school. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need to find... Wait, okay, so look, first. That's why... That F, that looks like that to me. Even though alone it doesn't look like an F at all. Oh, yeah, maybe it's FLY. I was thinking maybe FX for Fairfax, yeah. Maybe we could find an article that's kind of like a long shot. Because Fairfax is so small, but I don't know, maybe we could find something. An interesting little crossover here is, so obviously this is during World War II. So these war meetings and, you know, the surgical dressing meetings, that's about, you know, World War II. the 1917 diary that I have, that I've read through already, she's going to war relief meetings for World War One. And she's rolling bandages and like doing all of these same things, but for World War One. So it's kind of interesting to see. Edna and Anglesey are kind of doing the same war-related activities in different time periods. Rainy weather. I wanted to wash, but it was out of the question. Nellie here for supper. Edna and her went down to see Mrs. Tamblyn. So it was as it was her birthday. From there, they went to CR to Bible study. Linda, you haven't missed much because I haven't posted much about Anglesey in a long time. I've been very busy and not really posting much of anything, but I need to get back on that because I'm actually going to Rock Hall to do a presentation in July. So if anyone's from the Long Island area, you should come. All right, still cloudy and rainy. Did not do much. Yes, it's still July 20th. And they actually just posted yesterday on their Facebook and their website. They just posted like a little thing about the event. Did not do much today as I did not feel good. Todd did feel good either. I feel like she meant to say did not feel good either. But yeah, I have to write that actual presentation. Like I haven't even really started yet. I've started thinking about it. Thank you. I've started thinking about it, like what I want to, like along the lines of what I want to do, but I've been so busy and so stressed. Like I need to sit down though and figure it out. I'm excited though. We turned it into a vacation, but now that we moved into our house, I feel like Ian and I aren't going to want to leave. We're not going to want to go on vacation because we like being here. September 16th. It cleared up. I could, yeah. So Ian's also all about ChatGPT. Like, as a starting point, it is very helpful for that kind of thing. I would never, like, have it do the whole presentation and just copy and paste. But it does help as a starting point for a lot of things. It cleared up and warmed up considerable. Edna did not go to CR this evening. Nellie came out for supper. I've started using AI sometimes for, to create a template. It's great. Yeah, that's a great point. Even like trying to even fill in the information just to tell you like, hey, what's a good, where to start, middle, end, it helps you write your resume. That's perfect. I started using AI image generators for some of my videos because when I tell the stories from the diary, sometimes I always try to find pictures of real people and places, but sometimes it's more like vague than that. And I want like a picture that shows a mood, and not like a picture of something specific. So I tried to use it, and a couple of them it worked really well. I found some and I used them for like one of Todd's entries, but then other ones were like horrifying. Like I made a video about it. I wanted like people playing the piano together, like more than one person gathered around a piano playing the piano, and it was like the stuff of nightmares. People's hands were like combining into each other. It was like, ugh. Good to structure things, elaborate on in your own voice. Yeah. Hands are the worst. Yeah, for some reason, it's the hands. It's really, really creepy. We were just talking about that, Ian and I, today. And the faces. But mostly the hands. There's something about that stuff of nightmares. Sunday, September 17th. Quite warm today. A brisk wind blowing. Todd spent most of the day in bed. Edna cleared out a place for her iris, but did not get them planted. I want to plant some irises. Oh, thank you for keeping that list, guys. Okay, but it did not get them planted. Did other work around. Millie came out after supper and stayed all night. Yes, I definitely want to plant irises. They're very pretty and they come back every year. And my big thing is I want to plant things that come back every year so I don't have to do the work. Hi, come in. He exists. How was the lawnmower? I heard it stop a few times.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Oh, you stopped it on purpose.
It works.
Okay, because when I heard it stop, I'm like, oh no. Yeah.
It wasn't too loud, was it?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it was quiet.
Bye.
They said hi to you. Yeah, that's funny. He exists, Ian. Oh, now he leaves and everyone says hi, but he's shy. All right. So it sounds like the lawnmower was working just fine. He had gone so soon. I'll tell him to come back. Especially when we have this set up in the... We'll have our computers next to each other because he's like a really techie guy. And he can play video games while I stream or something. Or he can be my my coordinator. Yeah, I know. He didn't. Hey, Ian. He's gone. You didn't even say hi to your grandma. You gotta say hi to your grandma.
Oh, hi, Grandma.
She's here. She said, hi, Ian. All right. A nice day. So I finally got to wash. Tonight, that's not. Tough was the doing. Does that say tough? Oh no, tonight? I don't know. What does that say? Here. Tonight. Maybe she didn't finish the word tonight. Yeah, this is the week. You're right. Yeah. Tonight. I'm going to put tonight was the doings for the War Service Club. It's so weird because I feel like this sounds like a different person writing. This does not sound like the typical entries. A big crowd. Maybe she's really distracted. Okay. Edna and Ellie went. Donald something. Yeah, it's more challenging to read than usual. The phrasing is different. It's very strange. Donald Androl. I don't know what that says. Somewhat more information than usual, yeah. I definitely see A-N-D. Is it maybe a Z at the end? Yeah, it's Edna. I just wrote Elda. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know what that last name is. We could probably figure that. Oh, You think it's Andrle. You guys are both saying that, so it must have found something. Okay, so Donald Andrel, got the $100 box given away. So it must have been a fundraiser of some sort, Andolf. I'm gonna leave it. I'll highlight it and we'll figure that out. Oh, what is that? I am not on the right little screen. Ah, that is so bright now because we have the black background. I don't like that. No. Okay, that's better. All right. Yes, I can zoom out. Sorry, I was zooming in so I could read it. It's kind of far away from me on my screen. This is as far as I can zoom out. But that name is right here. I thought maybe it would be easier if I zoomed in. It's kind of a weird angle. No, 19th. Oh, okay. So people are sending me pictures. Okay. Andrella. We have Mrs. Tamblin. Francis Andrel Novak. Here is his... Oh yeah, maybe it's Bond, not Box. Yes, thank you. I'll fix that. Here's his death certificate. Or maybe not. Because who's Donald? I don't know. It's hard for me when it's all like real time. I gotta sit with some of this stuff and figure it out. But we have all those links that we'll look at later. Okay, I'm gonna move on. A very rainy day. Cleared up some in the PM. Todd did not feel good and asked to be relieved as soon as possible. That's probably he was at work and he wanted to get home as soon as possible. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Todd did not feel at all good. That sounds like Edna. Like, that's how she talks. Edna attended the surgical dressing class tonight. Oh, okay, it was the wrong guy, but maybe it was a relative. Sorry, I'm talking to these people like you don't even know what I'm saying. But the people in the Patreon group and the Diary Detectives group are also sending messages, and that was the wrong guy. That's okay. We'll figure that out. But you guys are quick. All right. Wednesday. Lloyd, Francis, and Mr. McGee and Mrs. McGee and David came out this afternoon. Lloyd finished digging the potatoes in a small garden. Dr. Herman called this morning. Sorry, I'm like not good at typing today. Took Todd's blood pressure. It was took Todd's blood pressure. It was 170. Much lower than the last time. Oh, you thought it was... Yeah, I guess it's next week. I always thought it was... I always think it's September 24th for some reason. Yeah, we're on September now. We're on the... Yeah, and so I don't know if you know, but I don't know if that's why you put popcorn, but this is when Todd passes away, so September is like the month that everyone's been dreading. And I just wonder how things are going to change after. Like, the diary continues to be written. And then there's another diary that I have from 1947, and that continues to be written. So it's like, after he passes away, the diaries don't end. Something that I learned from Todd's great-grandson was that diary writing in general was like a family tradition. So they all kept diaries. And Edna, the wife, had her own diary. Edna, the daughter, kept diaries. Todd obviously kept diaries. So this was not like just Todd's thing. So that makes sense then why Edna, the wife, seems to have continued the diaries even after. Like, it seems like she was probably already writing her own diary and then just kind of like merged them. It would be, I was saying this last week, it would be very interesting to see Edna, the wife's diary, because if she was keeping one at the same time Todd was, it would be interesting to see where they start to like overlap, because she kind of like took over his diary for him, and I bet she had her own up until that point. Like, did she just stop writing hers and start writing his? I don't know. It's just kind of like interesting. Like, I wonder if she shared more of her own perspective in her own diary at the same time, if that makes sense. Edna mowed her yard tonight. Nellie came after school and was here for supper and all night. Friday, September 22nd. Temperature 42 degrees. A rainy day. I finished a big ironing. Edna went down to the P.O. and Florence, Lillian Zamastil, and her got all the boxes addressed and ready to mail for the boys overseas. Something else that we learned after that article in the Cedar Rapids Gazette ran, I got a lot of emails from different people in Cedar Rapids and Fairfax, and when someone was telling me about how they knew Edna, they also mentioned that one of her best friends was Florence Fox, who is Florence here, and she was the Postmaster General. So she worked for the post office, Florence Fox. I don't know who Lillian is. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's what you're trying to tell me. Lillian. Yeah, I'm not sure. Zamastil, that name has come up a few times, though. So maybe we can add Lillian Zamastil to that list and find out some more about her. So when I'm talking about this list, I'm talking to our Patreon subscribers, the Diary Detectives. It's like a little research club. And after we do our lives, we go on to Discord and we do that research together and put it all together on the website. I haven't been very active in that group, I must admit, the past week because I've been so busy, but I've missed you guys. You got it, thank you. All right, Saturday, September 23rd. Cold, rainy day. Edna went to CR in the evening, and Nellie came home with her. Todd did not feel very good today. Charlie Heaton. Oh, we've talked about Charlie Heaton before. I feel like he had a stroke. Charlie Heaton and Frank Tehel and twice went to Excelsior Springs today. I gotta figure out what that is. That sounds familiar. Did we talk about Excelsior Springs before? Hold on, you uploaded something. Oh, okay, we have Lucille Zanastel. We have her obituary from 2014. I want to look up, hold on. I want to look up what Excelsior, how do they spell it? City in Missouri. Oh, okay, it's just a city. I thought it was like something, I don't know. I thought it was something cooler than that. It's in Missouri. Thanks. I wonder why they went there. What a name. Quite a nice day. Todd spent most of the day in bed. Edna ironed some of her dresses, took the ironing board and went over to Ma's and ironed to keep her company. That's sweet. Brought her own ironing board. Yeah, maybe there was somewhere closer to with the same name. It would have taken hours to drive. I don't know. Or maybe it is far because, you know, like obviously it was enough to have mentioned in the diary. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We can add that to the list, Rachel. And that's okay, Jen. There's a lot of false alarms in this kind of research. But every time you get closer and closer. All right. Took the ironing board and went to Ma's and ironed to keep her company. Nellie came out in the evening to stay all night. A good example of that, like false alarms and how frustrating that can be. When I was researching the 1917 diary, there was a long time where I didn't have any pictures of Anglesey, the diary writer. And finally, I found one, right? And it was in an old passport database on Ancestry, and I had a picture of her, and I was so excited. And I got, like, attached to that picture thinking it was her, and that's how it just, like, changed my image in my head. And then I found out it wasn't her. It was actually the next page. So, like, one thing on Ancestry when you're going through the passports, sometimes it's linked with someone, but it's actually the first page of their passport, so you have to flip on the next page, and that's their picture and not the one before. So that's what happened. And it was, like, jarring for me then to have to go back and, like, change my image in my mind. But eventually, now it's all better, but it can be hard. Paul is your Ian. Okay, let's do Monday. A rather nice day, but cool. Edna got away a little early. Took Todd in to see Dr. Nybert has his neck. Was bothering him. Ma and I rode along. Edna mowed the lawn when we got home. Alright, so before when they were talking about Dr. Nybert and Dr. Herman, I didn't show their picture, but I can now. Because I always like to show, like, put names with faces, you know? So this is Dr. Herman. He wasn't mentioned in this entry, but he's mentioned quite a bit. That's like the doctor that follows Todd's illness pretty closely. And then this is Dr. Nybert, who's a chiropractor. Yeah, you're right. It's not mowed the lawn, it's mowed lawn. Okay. A couple more days. Okay, cloudy, cool. Edna put the storm windows on over at her house and washed the windows. I know. Okay, I took down her kitchen curtains and washed them and put them up. What a nice mom. That's what my mom came and did today. Helped me clean my house. Todd did not feel at all good today. Did not go back to the depot this afternoon. Edna went to the surgical dressing class tonight. Let's see. Oh yeah. I also Whiskey Rock Amy Roll. I am recording this too. Well, TikTok is recording this, so I always post them. Hold on, I'm trying to go back and read. Yeah, he had a brain hemorrhage, a cerebral hemorrhage. You have stubby fingers. Oh, that's funny. Me too, as you can see with my constant typos. All right. A nice warm day. Kit and Elizabeth came out this PM. Elizabeth had a few days vacation. Todd did not feel good. Didn't go, wait. Oh, it's almost the same entry as the day before. I thought I was retyping the same thing. Didn't go back to the depot after dinner. So Todd worked for the railroad, and that's, I think, what they're talking about. Like, he didn't go back to work. Spent most of the day in bed. Ellie came about 11 o'clock and stayed all night. She had some doings at her school. So again, like, I've never heard Edna use the word doings for that kind of thing. And now she says it all the time. All right, guys, so this is the day. Yes, he did. So he had a cerebral, like a brain bleed the year before in July. And that's when the entries just stopped. And after like a couple of months of no entries, it seemed like Edna, his wife, started writing for him. So the handwriting changed. Like, this is Edna's handwriting here. And since then, it seems like he's like gotten better and now gotten worse again, obviously. But yeah, so he had one incident the year before, and that we figured that out because it was on his death certificate. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Oh, you read it. Yeah. I haven't read it yet. Hold on. Cloudy, cold morning. I did not know this morning early when I wrote this line above about the weather that it would be such a very, very cloudy, cold day for us. Oh, this is... Okay. Todd passed away at 1 o'clock. It was so sudden and so hard for us. I hoped someday, oh my God, that he would be able to write his diary again, but instead I have to enter this sad item with sad thoughts. Oh, that is like the saddest way that she could have even written this, I feel like. And it answers so many of our questions. Because, you know, we made an educated guess that his wife was writing the diary for him. And I think, like, that pretty much answered itself after a while. But this is, like, clearly she was continuing to write the diary for him, hoping that he would be able to do it again. And now she has to take over. Yeah, you can see the bottom of the page. I don't know how much I can zoom in. This part, it's the picture is very long, so it doesn't show, but I can, let me get the actual diary out. It's behind here. It kind of looks like it just says with sad though, but I don't think that would make sense. Zooming out works. That's as far as I can zoom out. Yeah, there's such a very, very cold day, cloudy day for us. That's like really heartbreaking. Because you know she's not talking about the weather. And even that she's saying like, oh, you know, I wrote about the weather and before I knew, like, it's a kind of like everything is coming together that we've noticed about the diary and that we've gotten to know about them. Yeah, that's a tough one. And we can go back to this, like, I don't really know how I'm going to make a video about that because I feel like that might just stay here. That's sad. That's really sad. So I guess so the next day I already see Turner Mortuary. So that's something that, yeah. Less excited that it's diary day, but glad I didn't miss today. So sad. I know. It's a sad one. This is like a fun thing that we do, but sometimes it's depressing. They talk about Turner Mortuary a lot. And actually, I think in one of the first entries of the 1943 diary, someone else in the family had passed away, and they talked about the Turner Mortuary, and we have pictures of that place. It was like an old mansion that they turned into a funeral home. Here it is. So that seems like the place where most of them go. He's touched everyone's hearts. That's why we got to know him, even if it was so many years later. Yeah, it's true. We have gotten to know these people. Okay, Edna and I met Lloyd and Francis and Kit there. And selected this casket, which was such a hard thing to bring yourself to do. Kit had us come up for a lunch, and we came home. A number of people called during the afternoon and evening. Everyone was so good to us. Nellie stayed with us at night. A lonely night. Aww. Yeah, Edna really does come through in this entry. It feels more like a behind the scenes thing. I know, I wonder if she was throughout this whole time keeping her own diary and then now she's using this one as her own. I'm shocked that she's able to write. Like, I feel like I know that I wouldn't be. That must have been a very therapeutic thing for them. Like a very, can I reread it? Yes, I can. That must have been just like something that was comforting to her. Okay, so the September 29th, we went into Turner Mortuary. I think I forgot this a.m. At 11 o'clock, Edna and I met Lloyd and Francis and Kit there and selected the casket, which was such a hard thing to bring yourself to do. Kit had us come up for a lunch and we came home. A number of people called during the afternoon and evening. Everyone was so good to us. Nellie stayed with us at night, a lonely night. I wonder, since the diary continues, that she's using this as a way to stay connected to Todd. Yeah, that's true. Apparently she was also just a diary writer in general, too. But I'm sure, especially after all of this, when she's been kind of like writing for him, I'm sure it's taken on a new meaning for her. All right, so September 30th. I think I'll probably just finish out this month. So Todd's funeral today at 4 o'clock. May noon came. Oh, that must just be a person. Someone, May noon came. Oh, I can talk about it after meeting the family member. A large funeral and everything arranged so good. Wow, that was a quick 2 days. That's a quick funeral. So many flowers. Kit and her family. Bud and Mary. The boys. Helen and the boys. And Lloyd's family were here for supper. Millie, Nellie, and Helen got the supper. There was so much food sent in. Yeah, it is. I know. So Emily said it's amazing how we know who all of these people were to him now. And that is very true. Okay. So I think I'm going to stop at the end of September. I know that this is like a bad place to stop because this is like a crazy, like big event going on. But I think I like to do this month by month. And I think that letting this kind of sit might be a good thing. It's sad. And it will continue to be sad, but that's something that we've been like kind of knowing that it was coming for a while. So I can, let's see. Deb had missed me talking about meeting his family member. So the Cedar Rapids Gazette in Iowa, which is a newspaper over there, which we actually get a lot of our obituaries and articles about different events from that newspaper. And so I reached out to them with a story idea because they have like a link where you can submit story ideas. And they interviewed me and a couple of my Diary Detectives group members too. and they wrote an article about like this whole project. So because they wrote the article, they also were able to get into contact with Jim Delaney, who is Todd's great-grandson. And they gave me, with his permission, obviously, like they gave me his contact info and we talked on the phone. So I planned, it was like a quick conversation and it wasn't like I didn't have a list of questions that I wanted to ask him or anything. So I definitely plan to talk to him again and he's excited to talk to me. And he said he'll happily take the diaries when we're done. So they'll have somewhere to go when we're done with our research and our transcriptions, and that's all I wanted. Like I said that from the beginning. Like I really wanted to connect with the descendant, and I was trying so hard, and nothing was working. Like every road that we took was a dead end until the article. So if you guys want to read the article, oh yeah, and Deb, he shared a lot about the family, and I really need to like make a video just about that. But I've been super busy with that moving and stuff. But he shared a lot already, and I'm going to talk to him again. So if you guys have any like specific questions for him, obviously I can like try to ask him. But let me open up. I'll see if I can. I think I can do it if I go on to my website here. Okay, so I posted a link to the article on my website, which my website is linked in the bio of my TikTok page. And then this is like the Cedar Rapids Gazette website. And it has the full article there. But I also ordered a copy. There's me. It's like huge. I ordered a copy of the physical newspaper because I wanted to frame it. Oh, there's so many pop-ups. But yeah, this was pretty crazy. This was awesome that they did this. Grace King is the reporter there. And she was really fun to talk to. She was super interested in the story. And she connected us with Jim, so that's awesome. Yes, so I really, I usually spend like hours a day on this kind of stuff. And then with the moving to the new house and like we're fixing so many things, it's just like kind of gone onto the back burner. But we'll get there. So, I think I might end here. I mean, we had a pretty heavy diary reading today, like more than I think we've ever had. But we will continue on. We know that the story doesn't end here, so we'll see how Edna and Edna carry on. And we do have, so this is the 1944 diary. We will continue reading through until the end there. It goes all the way to the end of December. And then we have a 1947 diary from the same family. So we'll get another year, a few years after that. Thank you, Emily. All right, guys. So is there any other... Oh, let me actually just figure out what day I'm doing a live next week while I have you here. Because like I've been saying, it's been kind of crazy. So I have class Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think I'll do Wednesday again next week. If not Monday, okay. Yeah, is Monday pottery class? Is that what? Someone had pottery class on Monday. Yeah, so I'll do Wednesday. I can do it at the same time. Let me go on. Yeah, it is. That's funny. Okay, so 6 o'clock. Let me go on my TikTok right now and make a event that you guys can register for. Because it doesn't do a good job of letting you know if I'm live unless you register. So let me put Weatherman diary. And it's going to be... Is that the 28th? So okay, hold on, the 28th. No, 6 isn't the usual time. I used to do it at 6:30, but I also used to do it on Tuesday. Like, things are so different now because I'm not in school, I'm a teacher. So, I've just kind of been like, it's every week it's been a little bit different. That's why I'm trying to figure out exactly when. So I think I'm going to do it on Wednesday, so that'll be the 28th, not Monday. So, hold on, Rachel. You're going to Bulgaria. That's awesome. Yes, we'll catch you up. Don't worry. That sounds really cool. All right, June 28th at 6 p.m. I'm going to, and I just usually put 2 hours. It's not actually sometimes it is. Sometimes it's longer. I used to go on here for 3 hours. You need to work out your time, yeah. Okay, and then I always just put, help us read and research. Diary from 1944. So I will also take all of these transcribed entries that we do, and I put them on the website, which is linked in my bio. So if you need to catch up, if you missed it, or if you want to help us research, you can go there and look at the entries. And I think by now that live event might be up on my page. And if not, you can register there soon. If anyone wants to let me know if you can see it. I think it says under review, actually. Let's see. I think it, I always say this too, it helps TikTok know that people actually want to see this if people register. Because the ones that people register for seem to do better as far as reach. And then maybe by next week I'll have my really big setup with Ian's monitor. Let me look here. Live event. Upcoming. It's under review. So it's probably going to take a little while to pop up for some reason. But when it does, you can register. You can also join the Discord page if you want updates on that. You can still see today's. Yeah, it says under review for me, which is weird because it doesn't usually even do that. But I also put in all of my announcements and everything on Discord. So if you want to join that, I have a free Discord announcement page that you can click on in my bio. But hi, Audra. Good to see you too. We're just logging off now, but I will post the recording on YouTube soon. But thanks for being here, everybody, and I will see you next Wednesday. Same time, same place. All right. Thank you, and thanks for all your transcriptions, Kelly. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.